in this video I'm going to be teaching you part 2 of how to make a Roblox GFX, which will be actually doing the render and posing in Blender. So last video I taught you how you can basically export a file from Roblox Studio of your avatar, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to render. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open Blender. I use 3.6.21. You can use whatever one you like the most. I'd recommend this one though. I've never had any problems with it. So yeah, now what you're going to want to do is you'll be prompted with this screen. You just want to go over here and click off it. Now what you want to do is you want to delete this cube, and you also want to delete the camera, light thing, just by clicking it. Now all we'll have left is this camera, which is what you'll need later on, which it looks like this at the moment. So what we're going to do is you're going to want to have the starter rigs installed. Now if you don't have these installed, then here's how. You can just skip this part. Okay guys, so in this one I'm going to be teaching you how you can basically download the Roblox starter rigs. So yeah, let's get into it. So you might think that you have to actually pay money for it, but you don't actually have to. The reviews are really good. It's made by Softy RG Rigs. He's on Twitter. He's really good. And you can just pick 0 and click on I want this. Now you're going to put in your email address. For the purpose of this, I'm going to be putting in my email address. I really hope that you guys don't start emailing me. And you don't have to pay, just pick 0, you know. Yeah. Now you're going to click on get, and it's going to be processing. And here it is, Roblox starter rigs, and you're just going to download both of these. The Roblox HD faces isn't really needed, so it's kind of just a big file for no reason, but I downloaded it anyways. So yeah, you're just going to download these, and now I'm going to teach you how to actually import it into Blender. So now that we've got Blender here, what you're going to want to do is go up to Edit, Preferences, and you're going to go to Add-ons. Now you're going to click on Install, and you're going to find where you put the rigs, and you're just going to install them in. And now they should just be on this little shortcut here, starter rigs, boom, just like that, you know. So yeah, that's how you can do it. Hope that helped. Like, what you want to do from here is I'm going to be exporting my character, but you're going to export yours from wherever you saved yours. So yeah, now we've got this, and typically if you've got multiple handles like this, it'll be the highest. If it isn't the highest, then you can just go into your files and click on each handle and see which one has like all your textures in it on one. So yeah, we're going to click on handle 3, and boom, we've got our clothes. But you'll notice, why is it just the clothes? You haven't got any of the hats, back accessories. Why does the face look like that? We're going to change that in a moment. So what you're going to want to do is go up to here in File, click on it, and click on Import. Now you're going to go down here and click on Wavefront OBJ. Now go to wherever you saved again, for me, my folder here. And before you actually import it, or double click on this, you're going to go down here to where it says options. It might say like geometries or something, that's fine. Just click down and try and find split by group. Once you click on split by group, you can import it, and boom. Now the reason you wanted to pick split by group is so that you can select all these individually, because if we didn't click split by group, it would have selected it all, and we can't delete these parts. So yeah, now that we've deleted those parts, just like that, you know, you're going to want to just delete them. Pretty simple. Just click and hit the delete button, and you're going to keep all your accessories. And this part might scare you guys, but please don't be scared. I've done it before. You're going to click on this, and you're going to delete it. That's only if you have core blocks. That's only if you have core blocks though. If you do not have core blocks, please don't delete it. And if you already did delete it, just hit Control Z to bring it back. But yeah, for me, since I have core blocks, I'm just going to delete it, and boom. Now everybody, I'd highly suggest you delete the head if you have headless, obviously. Okay, and now we're going to scroll down here and we're going to select it all. Now it might say camera in the middle of all this sometimes. Don't click on it, only click on whatever your username is here and the handles. And so we just want to select all these and we want to move them over here and make sure that it's all in the right placement. You see the head looks a bit funky, it's not exactly in the middle. And now the rest of the body's in the middle. So what we're going to do now is, once we've got all that selected, we want to click on these little parts here. These are actually what helps us pose. So it's really simple. It's just click on them and it will all go in like orange. Now don't worry, you're just going to come up to here where it says object mode and you're going to click under pose mode. Now what you want to do is click this little head around, this little circle thing around your head. Just click on that to the point where it's highlighted yellow and you want to select all of the head accessories. If something isn't a head accessory, like I picked core blocks, it will highlight as orange. Now we're going to pair core blocks to this one later on. So the way you can unselect is continue to hold control and just, yeah. So what you'll want to do is you like select it all, is you'll want to hit control. You hit this and hit control. Now you're going to select all of your head accessories. This is a back accessory, so we're just going to unequip it and select all of our head accessories just like this. Now what we want to do, because we're still holding control, remember that, we're just going to hit P on our keyboard and it brings us to this. And then once you're on this little page, you're going to scroll down and click on bone. Now if you'll notice, bang, we move our head. And we're about to make it the same with this thing. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to pair this with this part of our back. So hit Control P, bone it, and then what we want to do is grab our core blocks, hit here, Control P, just like that. Now what we want to do is, I'm assuming you're making a profile picture. What you're going to want to do is, you see this render engine? Please don't select Eevee. I'd highly recommend you select cycles and GPU compute. Now if your GPU compute, like it's staying on CPU, that's because you haven't got it enabled up here. Maybe you just installed Blender and haven't installed your own preferences. That's fine. What you're going to want to do is go up to Edit, Preferences, and you're going to go to System. It's probably going to be selected on None. Please don't have it on None. Select CUDA and it might pick your graphics card automatically. You want it to be on your graphics card. If it's on your CPU, it's way too much on your CPU and could cause it to shut down, lag out more. But if you have, well, it depends. If you have a more powerful CPU, pick your CPU. If you have a more powerful GPU like me, pick your GPU. So yeah, now you're just going to close out of that and boom. Now I'm assuming you're making a PFP, so let's just go with 1000 by 1000. This is the format I like to go with for my camera for the resolution in this little part here. So now we're just gonna get out of that a bit. Like, you'll notice that it's a bit zoomed in here and you can't see it like that. You're just gonna hit your scroll wheel, scroll down, boom, scroll up, and it's like that. So yeah, now we're gonna go into view. This is to move around the camera, guys, in like the camera's perspective. You're gonna go to view, navigation, walk navigation. Now we just want to go over here and now we can start posing. Now for the sake of this, I'm just going to speed up the posing part, but yeah, basically you can pose it to whatever you want. Let's get into it. Okay, so now I've finished the posing part. I didn't actually need to speed it up there, but yeah, basically you just want to hit these to pose, you know, move it over. Okay, now if we click over here onto render, we aren't rendering now. Another shortcut to render is just F12. You're going to click on render image and you'll see, oh hey, why has it got a grey background? I want to import my own background later on. And why is the character so dark? Well, we're still working on that. So to make sure that you don't have like a grey background and you want a transparent background to add your own background later on, you're just going to go over here, scroll down till you see film. Once you see film, you're going to click on transparent. Now if we click on render, look, it's got the transparent background. Now you're probably wondering, why is the render so dark compared to this? This is like all brightened up. Well, that's because we're not seeing in render point right now. So what we're going to want to do now is simply just go over here, and once we're in pose mode, we're going to go back up here to object mode, and we're going to click on add. Now here we're going to add a light, and you're going to click on area, and you'll notice it spawns just down here. You can click on the corners and like make it bigger and smaller if you want. For the purpose of this, I'm just going to keep it at about this. Oh crap.
Why have you got your influencer voice on?
Sorry guys, that's my mum.
Oh, sorry. Good influencer voice though.
Sorry guys, that's my mum. Basically, now we want to align the camera to be facing the character. So what we want to do is, you see this little line here? Well, it's not exactly little, it's quite big. But this line here, you want to just make sure it's facing the middle of wherever your render's going to be. So this isn't exactly the middle, so we're going to just move this over here. And sorry guys if you hear background noise, that's my mom. And what you're going to want to do now, yeah sure, just in a moment, is you'll notice it's in the middle a bit more. However, we're just going to move it over about here. We'll do the job. And we're going to go over here to control how bright it is, because at the moment you'll realise it's brighter but not that bright. So what you're going to want to do is go over to this little light bulb here called data, and you can change the colour to whatever you want. You can change it to red, and like the watts basically control how bright it is and how powerful it is. So I changed it to 373 watts. It looks like that. Now for the purpose of this, I'm going to be keeping it on white because it just makes it render and look the best. So yeah, now another thing you can do to stabilize it and make the lighting look better is by going over here, and what you want to do is just boom, boom, and now you want to just get your arm here, and you're going to change it to whatever you want. I'd recommend you don't make it as powerful for the side, because then it bounces and makes it look a bit ugly. So now what we want to do is, we're done with the render. This is how you render. You just got to click on image, save as, and save it somewhere on your computer. I hope this tutorial helped you guys, and part 3 will probably be coming out tomorrow. So yeah, hope you all have a great rest of your day, and see you.